Hello, world. Oh, this is the best breakfast ever right here. A chocolate mint vanilla with a banana isoline shake. It is where we shake up your wake up. This is where we are talking about the 150th healthiest foods on earth. Oh, if you are not already having the best breakfast ever every morning, please reach out to me. Please reach out to me. This is the perfect time, the perfect day to get started. It is so easy. It's a few clicks of a button. It gets delivered right to your door. Mm. So this is what we're working on, right? Because here's what I believe. I believe that when we feed our body properly, it lives brilliantly for us, right? When we feed it all this processed crap, our body doesn't know how to process processed crap. So when we eat real foods like are listed in this book, right? So we've already done vegetables and we're working on the greens, or we did the grains. Now we're doing beans and legumes. Then we're going to be doing fruits, and there's a whole section on that. Then there's going to be, I don't know, specialty foods, all kinds of stuff in the book. But I believe that when we feed our body real food, we get real results. The best breakfast ever is a type of food technology where it takes real foods and creates it into a beautiful shake, right? Because everything that's in here, I would not be able to eat out in the real world. There was a study done on spinach, I don't know, a few years back, that something like, I don't know, back in the 50s, they measured all the spinach, right? They folic acid and all kinds of stuff that spinach has. And what had happened was in that study of the 50s up until I think it was like maybe the 2010s, somewhere in the 2010s, that they said you needed to eat 50 times the amount of spinach you did back then today to get the equivalent of the vitamins and minerals that you got back in the 1950s. Our food source here in North America is so depleted. We need to supplement. I know in other countries there's a lot more organics, a lot more, not saying we don't have organics, but it's very difficult. I'd show you outside. I got, 30 centimeters of snow fell. We're not growing stuff in our gardens right now. We're looking to our grocery stores and stuff like that to feed us. So choose real food. There's my little soapbox. All right, so today we're talking about green peas. So green peas says, peas are actually legumes. Did you know that? People look at them as a vegetable, but they're a legume. It says in Switzerland, traces of peas have been found near home sites where they were probably eaten during the Bronze Age more than 5,000 years ago. So it says in China, they were named Hotu, meaning foreign legume. Peas were popular during the Middle Ages in Europe, being easy to grow. They're inexpensive, hardy, and a great source of protein, right? So for those that don't do like a whey protein, like our shakes, right? There's pea protein, there's hemp proteins, right? There's other kinds of rice proteins, all kinds of proteins. You don't have to eat meat. That's me, I'm a vegetarian. All right, it says there's more than 1,000 variety of garden peas, and the most common are the smooth peas that we find frozen in the grocery stores. And it says most have edible pods. I love edible pod. I just eat the whole thing, right? I take off that little leafy thing on the top because it gets stuck in my teeth, and then I eat the whole thing. So it says they're also available canned, but I never in a million years would I recommend you eat them. Okay? Why? Why don't you eat them? They're such a dull green, and the health-promoting chlorophyll is destroyed by the canning process. So eat real vegetables, right? Eat real green peas. Green peas. All right, so peas are packed with vitamin A and K. Peas are they're a little high in sugar, but that's balanced by the fact that there's 100 grams, that in 100 grams, a little more than half a cup, there's 5.5 grams of fiber. So it helps to balance it out. So just be noticed, that's why we love peas so much, is because they're high in sugar. They're kind of like carrots. So peas also have 42% of the daily value for vitamin A, 5 grams of vegetable protein. 5 grams of vegetable protein. They're also low calories, 78 calories for 100 grams, and 100 grams of peas contains 30% of your daily value of vitamin K. It's an important vitamin that helps anchor calcium to the places in the bones where you need it to be. So eat peas, anchors the calcium, strong bones, okay? Dried peas don't hold their shape as well as the fresh or frozen, and their taste is a little more earthy than the sweeter fresh ones. They're best used in purees and soups and dishes and need some thickening. Dried peas being more concentrated and dense than the fresh variety, which are more than 70% water, are high in fiber, meaning you get a half a cup for 8 grams of fiber instead of the 5.5. So eat more green peas. Start every day with your best breakfast ever. Eat real food in between. Have the last meal of your day as a shake before a best dinner ever, whatever you want to call it. Last meal is a shake. Have the perfectly balanced day. Have an amazing day, everybody.